Hey guys, welcome back to just another gaming site. Today we have a really special unboxing for you, courtesy the folks over at AMD. Well, you guessed it folks, it's the brand new second generation Ryzen CPUs which are going to be unboxed, and I cannot wait to test these bad boys out. As you all very well know, I am a Ryzen user myself. I have a 2700X, so I cannot wait to get my hands on these brand new CPUs. I'm going to be starting the unboxing process with this behemoth of a box, and I'm assuming this one contains the motherboard and the RAM along with any other peripherals that AMD might have sent to aid in the review process. Alrighty, so without any further ado, let's just unveil the madness. Let's go. Oh ho ho ho. Bringing your imagination to life. Second generation Ryzen, the intelligent processor. Alright, that's interesting. Alright, taking the branding aside. And yep, I was right. We do have a motherboard in here. Let's see which one this is. As you can see, this is the Gigabyte Aorus X470 Gaming 7 Wi-Fi, RGB, everything. Whoa, this is interesting. Socket AM4. So that's good to see socket AM4 still being continued by AMD. They're not, like, you can still use your X370 boards, I'm assuming, with the new Ryzen. And AMD did say that they're going to continue support for the old chipset as well. But still, new hardware never really hurt anybody. And it seems that there is another motherboard in here. Well. That is interesting, to say the least. Let's take a look inside. And oh, this is even bigger than the last one. This is heavy. And we have... Whoa, this is huge. This one is a beast of a motherboard. And yes, there is also a RAM kit, the G-Skill Sniper RAM kit, Sniper X 16 gig kit. But the show stealer definitely has to be this. Let me just clear this space out so that I can take you guys can take a better look at what was in the box. And through the magic of editing, here we go. Alright guys, so as for what comes in the box, as you can see, it's the ASRock X470 Taichi Ultimate motherboard along with the Gigabyte Aorus Gaming 7 Wi-Fi motherboard along with 16 gigs of Sniper X RAM from G-Skill. Now these are all top of the line components sent to us by AMD, and my god, I am really eager to test out how the Ryzen processors work on these boards and how they overclock, whatnot, so on and so forth. Alright guys, now it's time to take a look at the processors themselves. They come in this really nice, finely packaged box from AMD, and I'm assuming there are two in there. So let's see which two AMD have sent us. Let's go. Alrighty guys, so just cracking the box open. Alright, so we have one Ryzen 5 and one Ryzen 7 processor. I think we've been sent the Ryzen 2600X and the Ryzen 2600X and the Ryzen 2700X. There we go. Alright, so the Ryzen 2600X is a hexa-core and 12-thread processor, and the Ryzen 2700X is, well, I think it is the spiritual successor for the 1800X because it's the 8-core 16-threaded processor. The core clock, the base clock on the 2700X is 3.7 GHz and it boosts up to 4.3 GHz, while the base clock on the 2600X is 3.6 GHz and it boosts up to 4.2 GHz. The power draw, the peak power draw is 105 watts on the 2700X, while the 2600X clocks out at 95 watts. So these are fairly power-hungry processors. AMD still going with the high power draw processors, but then so is the same with the high-end Intel processors at the end of the day. Alright, so now let's just take a deep dive into what each of these boxes contain, because last time the Ryzen review kit came in, we got a sample cooler along with the review units. So I'm guessing that these come shipped with the fancy new AMD Spire coolers, etc., etc. So let's just take a look inside and see if that's true or not. Ryzen 5 2600X ships with the Wraith cooler, and this does not have the RGB LED ring, but is still considered a pretty potent stock cooler regardless of the fact. So rest assured, both the 2600X and the 2700X ship with their own brand of, stock coolers. And hopefully AMD has figured out by now the fact that, a hot processor is a very unhappy processor, makes for a very, very unhappy gamer and or user. So now let's take a look at what the 2700X comes with, which cooler. I think it is the Wraith Spire with the RGB LED light. So let's just take a look at that and see whether let's compare the dimensions and stuff like that. And yes, that does indeed seem to be the case. The Ryzen 2700X ships with the AMD Spire cooler. It is the highest end of the stock coolers that AMD provides with their new processors, and it comes with the LED RGB ring around the exhaust, around the fan. So, well, your rig is going to be really, really interesting to look at once this bad boy is in there. And I don't think you'll need an extra CPU cooler. That just remains to be seen. We're going to be doing the test soon. The reviews are going to be out on the 19th of April. So don't go anywhere, guys. I hope you guys had fun. Please do like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.